Hello everyone, welcome to Hopeful Turns. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you the pattern for a crochet headband or ear warmer. Now you can use this as a twisted headband, or if you want, you can use it as a very simple plain headband also. This is worked with some very basic stitches. It's just one row repeat pattern, but it has a great texture. So if you see here, it has a beautiful texture to it, and this will work up very fast. So if you are someone who is looking for some last minute crochet gift items, you can definitely give this pattern a try. Now coming to the materials here, you can use any weight yarn for this. You just have to go with the recommended hook size. Since I was running a bit low on time because I'm doing quite a lot of crochet gift items, I used a thicker yarn. This is a weight 5 or a bulky weight yarn, and with that I have used a size J or a 6 mm crochet hook. You can even use a 6.5 or 7 with this bulky weight yarn. Worsted weight yarn also works fine. It's just that if you're using a thinner yarn other than the weight 5, you might have to add more stitches and more rows to get this width. Okay, so yeah, apart from that, you would require a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. Now you can make this headband in any size. This is for adult woman size. I have tried to explain how you can customize it to any size. All right. Now if you're ready, we can get started. So we'll start this pattern with a slip knot. So make your slip knot first. And once you have your slip knot, we are going to make chain stitch. Now I am going to put 60 chain stitches here. So this is first chain stitch, chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. I'm going to make a total of 60 chain stitch. Now the number of chain stitch will depend on the head circumference, the head size that you are making for the yarn and the hook. So whatever is the chain stitch that you are going to put, make sure that it is a multiple of 2 or an even number. So that's why I'm going for 60 chain stitch. And when you are making it, make sure that the chain stitch is able to go once around your head. It should neither be too tight or too loose. A snug fit is what we are looking for. So make a chain stitch which is a multiple of 2. So let me finish my 60 chain stitches first. So here I have made my 60 chain stitches. Now as I said earlier, you can start with any chain stitch number. It should be just a multiple of 2. Okay, now once you have your chain stitch, let's start row 1. And for row 1, what we are going to do is we are going to skip one stitch. So skip one stitch, and into the second stitch make a single crochet. So skip the first stitch and make a single crochet into the second stitch from the hook. Okay, now from here on the pattern will be, you'll make one half double crochet followed by a slip stitch. Okay, so into the next stitch you are making a half double crochet. So you yarn over first, insert your hook and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all the 3. So this is your half double crochet. In the next stitch, make a slip stitch. So just insert your hook and pull your yarn through both these loops. So this is your slip stitch. Now again, come to this stitch, make a half double crochet, and then into the next one, make a slip stitch. So here I'm going to make a slip stitch. Again, you make a half double crochet, and into the next stitch you will make a slip stitch. So this is the repeat pattern that you are going to do. So you're going to make a half double crochet and a slip stitch. So you're just going to repeat this till you reach the end of the row. So I have made a half double crochet, then make a slip stitch. Again make a half double crochet like this, and follow it with a slip stitch into the next stitch. So just keep repeating the pattern, making half double crochet and slip stitch till you are left with the very last stitch. So I'm just going to continue this, making half double crochet and slip stitch till I reach the very last stitch. Alright, so I'll complete this and I'll join you at the end of row 1. So here I am almost at the end of this row. I have just the very last stitch left, and in all the remaining stitches I had made the repeat pattern of half double crochet and slip stitch. Okay, And the second last stitch, this is the second last stitch. Here I have put a half double crochet. Now when you come to the very last stitch, you are going to put a single crochet. So once you make your half double crochet, into the very last stitch, make a single crochet like this. And this is the end of row 1. So basically what we have done is, into the very first stitch and the very last stitch we have put single crochet. In all other stitches we have repeated half double crochet and slip stitches. Alright, if you see here, we had started with a single crochet, then we had to put half double crochet slip stitch, half double crochet slip stitch. The second last stitch was a half double crochet, and the very last stitch was a single crochet. So this was the repeat pattern. Let's start row 2. We are going to start row 2 by making one chain stitch, and then you can turn your work. Now row 2 will be the repeat pattern for the entire project. So every row we'll be starting with chain 1, and then we'll repeat our pattern, and from here on we'll be working in the back loops only. If you see here, this is the V stitch, this here is your front loop, and this is your back loop. So we'll be working everything in back loops from here on. Okay, so this is your chain 1, this is your first stitch. So into the very first stitch we are going to make a single crochet. So into the back loop, you'll start with single crochet. Every row will start with single crochet and end with single crochet. In the rest of the stitches we will be alternating between half double crochet and slip stitch. So come to your next stitch, into the back loop only. So we'll start with a half double crochet like this, then make a slip stitch into the next stitch, and that is only in the back loops. Now come to your next stitch. Here only in the back loop you make a half double crochet, so yarn over and make a half double crochet, then follow it with a slip stitch, and that also in the back loop only. So here we have a slip stitch. Again make a half double crochet and then make a slip stitch. So you can just go ahead and repeat the pattern, making half double crochet and slip stitch all worked in the back loop till you reach your very last stitch. In the very last stitch we are going to make a single crochet. So I'll just repeat this and I'll join you at the end of row 2. So here I'm at the end of row 2. I have repeated half double crochet and slip stitch, and I have just one last stitch left. So in the second last stitch I have already put a half double crochet. Okay, so into the very last stitch we are going to make a single crochet. Okay, so just insert your hook and make a single crochet into the very last stitch, and this is the repeat pattern that we are going to follow. So every row from here on we'll start with a single crochet and end with a single crochet, and then we are going to repeat half double crochet and slip stitch throughout the rows. Okay, so I'll just start the next row also with you. So once you make your single crochet, we are going to make one chain stitch and then turn our work, and every stitch will be worked in the back loop only. So into the very first stitch we are going to make a single crochet like this, then we are going to repeat the pattern of half double crochet and slip stitch. So come to your next stitch, into the back loop only make your half double crochet, into the next stitch make a slip stitch, again make a half double crochet and then make a slip stitch into the next stitch only in the back loop. So this is the repeat pattern that you're going to follow. So you'll just repeat this till you reach the end of this row, and into the very last stitch you're going to make a single crochet. So you can just go ahead and repeat this for the thickness of your headband or ear warmer. I am planning to make maybe 10 rows of this. Okay, so just keep repeating this pattern. Now if at any point you are just confused, so if you are just stopping here and you just come back and you don't know whether to put a half double crochet or slip stitch, this is the easiest way to do. So the half double crochet will be, if you see, this is a little bit raised, so this will be your half double crochet, and the slip stitch will be kind of squished between the half double crochet. So if you see here, you have this point, this is where your half double crochet goes. If you still have a confusion, you can just take the stitch off. So if you see, you can just take this off, and this was a slip stitch. For a half double crochet, if you see, you have 3 loops. That's the easiest way to understand which is the stitch here. So if you see, if you take this off, this will be a half double crochet. So you have 3 loops here. So if at all you're stopping and coming back here and checking, this slip stitch will be very close to it, but the half double crochet will be a bit raised. You can see 3 loops, so you can easily identify like this. If at all you're taking a break and you forgot which stitch you are on. Okay, so just keep repeating it, and I will join you at the end of row 10. All right, so here I have repeated the pattern. I am at the end of row 10, and this is the thickness so far. I'm going to add one more row to it. Now you can add more rows or you can reduce the rows, that's totally up to you. Anyway, this is the last row that we are going to do. So I'm going to make 1 chain stitch and then turn my work here. All right, so if you see, this is how it looks so far, and the very last row is going to be a normal half double crochet row, just so as to match the first row here. Okay, so we are going to make a half double crochet all worked in the back loop. So skip your very first the chain one that you have put, and into the very first stitch make your half double crochet. So make your half double crochet here. This is only for the last row. Now come to your next stitch, only from the back loop you're making a half double crochet. So again make a half double crochet into the next stitch, working only through the back loop, and you can just go ahead and repeat the pattern, making 1 half double crochet in every stitch. No slip stitches or single crochet in this row, just a row of half double crochet. So complete this and I'll join you at the end of this round. So this will be your thickness or the width of your ear warmer. So here I have completed my last row of half double crochet also. I'm going to cut my yarn here, and when you're going to cut your yarn, try to leave a long tail. Okay, so this was my last half double crochet. I'm just going to pull my yarn out and I'm going to cut a long tail here, because we are going to stitch this up. Okay, so that is done. So this is the headband or ear warmer piece that we are going to fold and stitch up together. Now before that, I'll take a yarn needle and then thread this up. Now I have got this kind of a yarn needle. It has a slightly larger eye. You can use any yarn needle that you have. So just thread this up. Okay, and let's just keep it aside. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, you take the 2 sides and fold it. So this is one side, just fold it like this, and take the other side and fold it like this. Okay, so you have folded this up like this. Now I'm going to insert it between the 2. So you can see you have these pieces. I'm going to put it like this. Okay, and then I'm going to stitch it up. You can take this and we are going to stitch up. So make sure to catch all the 4 pieces. So this is the first one. I will go through this stitch, one from here and one from this side. So the extreme. Okay, take it out. Now go through the next stitch. Try to catch all the 4 stitches. So this is the first stitch. Come to the second piece, then your third piece, and then your 4th piece, and take it out like this. You can just go ahead and stitch up till this end. Again through the next 4 pieces. Take your time to do this. Make sure you're catching all the fabric or all the 4 stitches and go up and down. So here I have stitched this up. If you want, you can go back again. That's totally up to you. I think I'm done with this. I'm just going to make a small knot before I cut this off. So just make a small knot. Okay, so this will stay in place, and then I'm going to hide this end here. So just going through a couple of stitches up and down so that you can hide in the loose ends. Similarly, you can hide in this one also and cut your yarn. Okay, so I'll just hide this in also. So here I have hidden in all the loose ends, and what you can do is you can just flip this over and your twisted headband is ready. So yeah, that was a tutorial on how to do this very quick and easy crochet headband, the twisted headband or ear warmer. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed making this pattern. Now if you liked it, please do not forget to press on the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. If you're looking for more headbands or headband ear warmer patterns, I do have a few on my channel, so I have put the link in the description box. If you're looking for more simple winter wear patterns, you can find that link also in the description box. Do check that up if you're interested. So yeah, that's it for today's tutorial. See you in another video. Until then, bye bye. Thank you for watching.